Well, hello, friends. It is Dr. Nick, your favorite personal growth coach, and welcome to another episode of Adulting in My Purpose. You know, I'm always excited to be with you here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. as we talk to wonderful millennials who are making moves out in the world and talking about this whole adulting thing. So, if you are joining for the first time, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a return watcher, thank you for the support. Be sure to like, give me a thumbs up, share it on your page, let people know what we're doing here with the Adulting in My Purpose movement. Again, my name is Dr. Nick, or actual name is Dr. Nicole Rankin, better known as Dr. Nick. I'm a certified personal growth coach, and my vision really is to help young leaders truly discover who they are, clarify their vision, and really get a solid plan for their life. This adulting thing is hard. So I know that young people need help, and it is my heart, is my calling, is my passion to do what I can to help. So, this is what we do. We're starting a movement. It is going around the world, and we're just having a ball. Connecting with like-minded young people who are truly ready to live intentionally, live in and on purpose, and truly be the people that God has created them to be. So, we're going to dive in. Today we have another wonderful, amazing millennial making moves out there in the world. But before I get to that, I have an announcement. You guys know that our Adulting in My Purpose 2-day leadership summit is coming up. August 14th and August 15th. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, you want to make sure you do that at adultinginmypurpose.com. This is going to be an amazing opportunity, an amazing experience. We have at least 10 dynamic speakers that are scheduled and coming to talk to you guys. I mean, from topics such as mental health. We know that's a big issue and a big topic to discuss. So we have mental health professionals. We have financial coaches that's going to help you with budgeting and finance and what that looks like, relationships. Socialization, professional life, your work life, entrepreneurship. I mean, wherever, if you can think about it, we have it. So you want to make sure that you get your tickets and be in the room. It's a 2-day virtual event, August 14th and 15th. 10 to 2 each day. Don't want to miss it. If you can't make it all, great. You'll have the recordings, but you definitely want to be in the room. So let's dive into today's show. We have, like I said, we have another amazing millennial that is out there making moves. And today I want to introduce to you Kayla Brazile. And she is the CEO of Zen Lifestyle Company LLC. And she's also a freelance model. And she's always have a passion for modeling since she was the age of 10 years old. And her interest in homemade care products came from her having severe dry skin and eczema, but creating a mental health inspired self-care essential company. She aspires to really help people make self-care their priority. And we know that that is so critical, especially now. We're seeing it now in, the amongst celebrities really prioritizing their health, their mental health, and just truly just giving time to love on yourself. So it's amazing. I want to welcome to Adulting in My Purpose, Miss
Mhm.
Kayla Brazile. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be
Awesome.
here.
Well, we are happy to have you. We always have some amazing young people to grace the audience and to share. So I'm excited to dig in to hear more of your story and how you are out there living on purpose and making moves as a millennial, as a young person. So tell the audience just a little bit about your path, how you got to where you are, be it career, education, and to where you are today.
Okay, so I graduated in 2012, and then I attended Clark Atlanta University, where I earned my psychology degree. And now I am currently continuing my education, going down the path of social work. So doing that and then incorporating that with my business and things like that, I needed it all to make sense.
Mhm.
So that's why I did do the mental health route, because that is something that I'm interested in and passionate about. That's my field. And I do know that, essential oils and things like that, it has like mood boosting properties and things like that. So I really wanted to incorporate that and make that the pinnacle of my business and things like that. I started my business in 2019, sorry. So as of like July 20th, we've been in business for 2 years now. So,
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
so yes, that's been a journey. Just starting everything. I had a launch party, and then just trying to get my name out there, creating aesthetics. I'm learning so much about like the business and how to go about it and marketing and things like that. Really grasping people's attention. So just being consistent is something that I'm working on. Really finding my niche when it comes to the Zen Lifestyle Company and just honing in on that and executing. So
Amazing.
thank
Um,
you.
amazing. So congratulations on starting. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments on school. I know we had a lot of CAU graduates, alumni out there. I have a lot of friends that are alums as well. So if you're
Yeah.
watching, they're one of your alums. And so, you talked about a lot of the challenges, and I can imagine that you're in school and trying to run a business. So what are some of the challenges that you're facing being I always say millennials get a bad rap in life, right? But you guys are are so amazing doing your thing. Like, what are some of the biggest challenges that you find now just kind of establishing yourself in this world?
Yeah, so as establishing myself in this world, I think one of the challenges is definitely uh, focus, consistency, just having that motivation, because like, we've been through quarantine and stuff like that. So that really took a big chunk of that away from people, myself included. So I know what it feels like to be unmotivated, to be, have your mental health kind of like in the toilet a little bit. You have to take a step back and regroup. So that's kind of what I've been going through lately. Just keeping that, but you can't quit. Life goes on. You still have to make things shake and make things happen. Like my alma mater says, find a way or make one. So that's kind of how I've been weathering, adulting, establishing myself, and just really honing in on the things that interest me and the things that I quit my job today. So
Wait a minute.
yeah, so it just did not serve me anymore. So I had to
Okay, okay,
go.
let's talk. Wait, let's talk about. I wasn't ready for that, y'all. I wasn't ready. See how these young people just do you like this? Wait a minute. Okay, let's go back. So go ahead. Okay, go ahead. I'm
Yes,
ready now.
so I quit my job today
You
because,
quit your okay.
it just wasn't serving me. It wasn't, as we say, giving what it was supposed to have gave. And yeah, so I had to go. I've been there almost 2 years. That's the longest I've ever worked a job. So yeah, of course, I have a new opportunity lined up and things like that. But
Okay.
you
Okay.
know, we'll quit a
Okay.
job in a heartbeat. Soon
I,
as
I
y'all,
know you guys. You're millennials. I tell you, and that's why I love it
soon as
because
y'all do one thing, like, oh no, this affects my mental health. I can't do it.
And I love that about you all because it's like, it's you guys are risk takers, but you
Mhm.
guys are definitely kind of just carving your way and truly trying to live the best life that you have while you have it now. So talk a little bit about that. I know you have your degree in psychology, and like we said, mental health is a huge thing, especially among millennials now that they're really honing in on focusing on their mental health. We see it now with a lot of celebrities, Simone Biles. We just saw that
Mhm.
with the Olympics. So talk about like why is that so important to just overall development?
Yeah, so mental health is important to overall development, because once something affects your mental, it affects everything around you, your thoughts, the way you speak about yourself to yourself, the way you deal with other people. So it's really important to keep that in check so that you can be right within. So then that will perpetuate out into your actions and how you deal with the general public, people at work, your loved ones, things like that. Um, your mental health it can kill you. So, if you let it get to a certain point, it is really detrimental. So I think it's very important, which is also, the driving force behind why I do what I do, because it is important to pay attention to yourself. It is important to, self-care isn't selfish. I know people hear that saying a lot, and it's not. You have to do things that what's best for you. Sometimes you might feel bad about it, but it's necessary because it's going to put you in a position that you need to be for your mental to flourish. So
That's so true and so powerful. And I love the fact that, understanding that it's a critical point of development, especially going into this whole adulting thing, just having that mental stability and capacity and awareness of who you are and doing the things that you need to do to keep your mental state in check. So you started a business based on that. So kind of tell us a little bit more, dive a little bit deeper into the creation and development of your business and how it relates to mental health.
yes. So going back to the essential oils part of it, I didn't start with that per se. I just was kind of winging it at first because I was just in my kitchen at my mom's house, just whipping something up and having my friends try it and things like that. But then I was like, you know what, this I like this. I like the feeling, the whole pampering aspect. I enjoy. That's self care for me. So, with my products, it's like you have a little piece of Kayla with you because, it's something that I really love to do. Um, as far as like the mental health aspect of it, I do want my products to help. I don't just want to just make stuff
Mhm.
and it not be effective. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, with the essential oil part of it, I'm really like into that because it'll really, some things are stress relievers, some things are mood boosters, some things calm you down, help you sleep. So, people struggle with different things like sleep apnea or just they can't get to sleep or insomnia. I think that's what I meant. So yeah, some of our products can help you with that. So yeah, I really did want those to be effective with the mental health thing because um, it's important, and I need y'all to really check in with yourselves and just do things that make you happy. Do things that um, that'll make your mental health do what it needs to do so you can be a better person. I think as I'm adulting, I'm learning how to be a better person. I'm
Mhm.
learning how to do some self reflection, some shadow work, because maybe sometimes I am the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot to do with adulting has to do with that self check in,
Mhm.
and not even like with my products or anything like that. Just in general, like
Mhm.
just I think adulting and maturing is that acknowledging, that sometimes you might be the problem, or sometimes you do need to do some shadow work and learn how to deal in a situation because you're gonna keep having situations. God gonna keep putting you through stuff until you pass the test.
Mhm.
So that's
I
all I
lo-
got about
I
that.
love that. I love it because it gives you a level of self-awareness. And, as a personal growth coach, that's one of the things that I hone in on when I'm teaching my young people is learning how to be self-aware and being okay with asking yourself the right questions. That's going to allow you to dig deep. A lot of times when things happen, we want to, brush it under the rug or we don't want to deal with it. But those things fester and they come out in other ways. So I love the fact that you have such great self-awareness about yourself and being open to say that, hey, I might be the problem. It's that I love that awareness about yourself. So when you talk about you know adulting and hard and just being having this self-awareness, what type of personal growth or personal development do you do to help you with this type of self-awareness?
um I think change behavior,
Mm,
just learning lessons from things that I've been through and not repeating those things because I know how it ends. So I think that because some people, sometimes we be knowing, but we do it anyway. But so it's a lot of that, and not acting on that. You just repeated habits and stuff, just kind of cutting that out. It's hard. I will say that, but yeah, it's just a lot of self check-ins with yourself, like that, like how did I react in that situation, or just looking at back at how you interacted in that moment. Did you
mhm,
have to do all that, or did you do enough? Did you
mhm,
say the right thing? Like, did you offend this person? Did you, just making sure that you coming off the right way so you don't offend people. Because I try to do that. I try not to be a bad person, or like I try to keep my character in check. That's one thing I pride myself on is my character.
mhm,
So I don't want anybody to feel like I tried to do them wrong or, was being like a way towards them, because that's never my intention at all. So I really do pride myself on doing that self-reflection and things like that, because some things can get, misconstrued and things like that. So I really make it a point to make sure that where I'm coming from, how I feel about things, and convey that in a way that that person can understand and receive me
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely. Wow. That is great advice, not only for the young people, millennials out there, but for the adults that are tuning in as well. That is so important. So, Kayla, like you said, life is hard. This adulting thing is hard, you guys, figuring it out. You have your ups, you have your downs, and as you said, God will put you in the situation where you experience things, you experience challenges that you got to learn from. So what are some of the best ways that you have found to kind of keep yourself motivated, keep yourself engaged, and kind of keep moving forward? What are some of the things that you do?
I would say the people that I keep around me,
Mm,
because you are who you hang around. So,
mhm,
you know, I have a best friend. She really, we help each other. Really, we hold each other accountable. She's not a yes girl. She don't agree with everything I do. She gonna let me know, and vice versa. So I think just having that, support and everything behind me, with genuine people, that helps. We keep each other motivated, because you can't do it alone. Like, no matter how much you feel like I don't need anybody and things like that, because I've had those feelings too. But no, like, you can't go through life alone. Like, you need friends, you need people to be on the same wavelength and vibrate on the same level as you, so that y'all can push each other and help each other get to the next level. I also read sometimes. I went through like a cleanse on my Instagram, so I only follow like, stuff that interests me. Really, it's a
mhm,
lot of like mental health. I follow a lot of like psychology pages and things like that. They have like different tips, and they market it well, so it's easy to be received. You know how you just scroll on Instagram looking at pointless things or whatever. But
mhm,
a lot of my stuff gets interrupted with, you know, let's say one of the holistic psychologists. I know, I follow her. She got a lot of good tips and stuff like that. So I think if I'm gonna be on social media, the way I be on social media, how long, like, it should be something that's actually feeding my mental, because you can get drained that way too. But yes, that's how I stay motivated. I try to feed myself well with the content, the stuff that I look at and read, the people I keep around me. Um, and just knowing, just telling myself, life gonna keep life, and it's gonna keep going on. So you got to keep pushing, because no matter what, it's life goes on.
I
Things gonna
like.
keep happening. It's gonna keep getting harder and harder and harder. And you just got to know how to keep yourself sane through all of that, because it's gonna get better. It's
Mhm,
always gonna get better, especially when you're back against the wall and you don't have nothing else to do but hustle. Like,
mhm.
you, you got to. You ain't got no choice at that point. So,
I love life is gonna be life.
mhm,
I
for
like that.
sure.
And you gave out some great tips and to help people who are in that space that needs that refueling or that fueling, right? That refueling and fueling, being careful of what you put into your gateways and then who you have around in your surroundings. I love the fact that you said that you're connected with somebody that pushes you and you push them. So it's a mutual benefit and it's so critical for you all as you are just kind of growing into your own to make sure you have those types of relationships. And I love the fact that, I, spending time on social media. You said if you're going to spend time on social media, make it be time that's going to fill you, right? Because that
Mhm.
can be distracting.
Right.
You can be on hours just flipping and TikToking and all kinds of stuff, and hours gone by, and you like, okay, where did this
What did I
time go?
do?
So I appreciate you sharing your truth,
Yeah.
and what you do and how you do it. So, coming back to just kind of establishing yourself, you're in the professional world, in the psychology land, and then now you have entered into entrepreneurship. And like you said, it's entrepreneurship is no joke. It's really not for the faint of heart. But it is a challenging thing, but especially as a young person going into business, you come against a lot of things. So, what are some of the challenges that you have faced with kind of older leaders in their perception of you as a millennial?
Um, I think that the generation before me, they kind of have a preconceived notion about like owning a business. I
Mhm.
think they see more of like the cons as opposed to the pros and the financial freedom and like what it could really be.
Mhm.
Um, yes. So given that, like, I'm on social media a lot and stuff like that. So everybody has a business doing something, selling lip gloss, lashes, you could have a business off of anything. And so that was like the most inspiring thing to get me to start my business, especially because I'm like, well, dang, like, well, they doing it. I like doing this. I can make some money off it. Like, so
I got to
yeah,
do this too.
yeah, like literally anything. So that was inspiring to me because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I have something I enjoy to do, to make. I'm passionate about it because if you're not passionate about it, the customer service ain't gonna be there. Yo,
Mhm.
return customers not gonna be there. The marketing not gonna be nothing.
Mhm.
So it's really about the passion behind the work that you're doing so that it can reflect in the services. Um, and I think that starting a business in front of like, like my mom and stuff like that, like they were just like, oh, okay, she gonna do it, I guess. Like, I don't know about that, but I just showed them like, when I had my launch party and stuff like that, I
Mhm.
sold out of everything, like, and it just showed them, I'm like, you
Awesome.
can do this, you can make a business out of anything. Like my mother, she
Awesome.
wants to start her own business too because I inspired
Awesome.
her.
Awesome. Wow.
So, and I thought that was really beautiful because it's like, wow, like you always inspired me and now I'm inspiring you. So I think with the generation before me, I think that it just takes a little bit of showing more than telling.
Hmm. I like that. And that was going to lead me to my second question as you were talking about the misconstrued ideas that they have about your generation. What are some tips, if you can give some of the tips and kind of tools and how to engage with your generation to our older leaders? I guess I include myself in that. What would
Um,
you tell us?
I would say lead with love and an
Mm-hmm.
open mind,
Mm-hmm.
understanding. Um, even though you thought something of a certain aspect what it was before, it might not be like that now. So just be, more receptive into like the new age coming of things and how things are being done now.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people be stuck in their ways, but when dealing with millennials, I just think that we're really big on, respect and just like, having that mutual feeling of like okay, I'm an adult, you're an adult too, and not being so condescending when dealing with millennials because it's not fair. It's just like, we're out here trying to, establish ourselves in the world. And it's like, yeah, you've been through what we've been through, but kind of in a different way. You know what I mean? Because me at 20, whatever, was not my mom at 20, whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
whole different life. Like, I didn't have a kid. Like, so, I'm living different, so
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
can't relate to everything I have going on because, you know, that wasn't your life at the time. So that's why I say lead with love and understanding and open mind because it's not that
Okay.
bad. Like it can work for you, even though it seems unrealistic because, I feel like the resources back then weren't available to them at the time. And now we have all these resources that we could use and try to elevate ourselves. And it's like, well, how you gonna do that? Like, well, we didn't have this and that. I'm like, I know you didn't have it. I'm trying to use it and show you and,
Yeah.
make it worthwhile, make it something that we can actually use and benefit from as a family because, we got to build generational wealth too. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just think all of that ties in. So like when we deal with each other, just on both ends, just have an open mind because we don't know everything. And, again, like they don't know everything either because times is different now. So I just think that just that colliding together, and if we all just have an understanding and just come together and bounce the ideas off each other, old and new, then I think that'll be a great interaction between millennials and, the generation before. So
I love that. Lead with love and have an open mind.
mhm.
Great understanding and great tips. Okay, tell us who inspires you. You were so profound. So seems like your spirit just kind of just a positive aura about you. Who or what inspires you?
Who inspires me? I would say, well, we got to give it up to God one time.
Let's
Yes,
do it.
me, okay, because that's my biggest
Absolutely.
inspiration because he really does. He got
Absolutely.
his hand on me right now, and yes, so
Amen.
That's my biggest inspiration right there. My mom, just
Mhm.
because she's so steadfast and humble. And I think a lot of
Mhm.
that has rubbed off on me too, just like because she takes pride a lot in like her character too. Like she's not like she not gonna do you wrong. She not.
Mhm.
And so I think that really rubbed off on me too because I try to be as genuine as I can.
Mhm.
I think as far as like where I am today and being motivated and things like that, um, I would probably have to say like my friends and my parents because my parents got me through school. You know, they believed in me that I would get it done, stuff like
Mhm.
that. On the creative side, I would say like my friends because they get it. They know what it's like to, be in my shoes and, have all of these experiences that I've been through and stuff like that. So when I have
Mhm.
like, these ideas that I want to do, sometimes I can't go tell my mom or go tell my family rather because
Mhm.
they not gonna get it. So
Mhm.
I think my motivation is the people, like I said before, that I keep around me because we keep each other here. Because sometimes things could go left, but we be checking in like, girl,
You all right?
yes, are you good? I saw that
You
tweet.
good?
So check
I
in on your strong friends, okay? Because we
that's
be
it.
hanging out here, we be struggling.
Sometimes they not okay, right? I
Yes,
get
sometimes we are not well, but
it.
yeah.
I get it. I get it. I have my circle of we call it sister girls. We got our own circle as well. So I do understand. So, you talked about, just kind of some of the struggles that you have and making sure you have a tight knit support system around you. Is there a kind of an obstacle that you have faced in your life that you could share that you had to overcome? And just how did you overcome it and push past that?
In a business aspect or
Just business life, just talking to some young person out here who may be struggling themselves
okay.
that could relate to something that you have gone through.
So um I have struggled with a bit of depression here and there throughout quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a way that I weathered through that, um, wow. I think, yes, okay, I know how I did that. I kept myself busy. I always had stuff to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of just like coming home, go to sleep, coming home, go to sleep, like I would get off work and maybe go to a pole class or try something new because I did start doing that. I took a couple pole classes here and that was fun. I had to get it
It
out.
was fun.
It was fun. Like it was exercise. It was, I felt like I did something today.
Uh-huh.
Like I like to paint. I did sipping paints.
Mhm.
um Shoot, I took a whole bunch of classes, just random, just trying new stuff. I think that helped me a lot with getting through like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. Uh,
Mhm.
because like I used to be a community support instructor, and I would help kids with that as well, like their anxiety and
Mm.
things like that. So I know one of the things that I learned was to do that, to always give them something to look forward to. Like, okay, like are you want to play sports or you want to, shoot, we can go get ice cream or something and talk about like
Mhm.
what we got going on or something like that, just to get their mind off of whatever is stressing them for the moment.
Mm.
And so
Wow.
keeping yourself busy really helps you come out of that ugly phase of life when you are going through something like that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing and being open and vulnerable and sharing your story because there's so many, I would say so many young people, just so many people in general that's really struggling and battling that overwhelm, anxiety, depression feelings. So thank you for sharing, even just helping us to understand things that we can do to remain positive and to push through that phase. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, because it's something we don't talk about,
Mhm.
especially within our culture. A lot of times we like to suffer in silence, but I'm
Yeah,
so glad that now, we're having these types of conversations to say it's okay.
yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes life get hard and you get in the dumps and but how can we, what do we need to do to continue to feed ourselves to push us back into that space where we need to be. So awesome. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
another thing I would
Yeah.
say, being out in nature. I
Yes.
like hikes. I like going to the park, just
Yeah.
looking at the clouds.
Yeah.
I think they call that earthing, like when you go on the grass barefoot. You just, I don't know what it
See,
does.
you just taught me something. It's called earthing. See, I like to do that too. So see,
Yes.
I always learn stuff when I was with
Hmm.
y'all. Okay, earthing. I like that.
Yes, that I
I
add that.
do that too. I like hiking. I like being by the water, stuff like that. It's just so calming, so peaceful.
Hmm.
So earthing, guys, keep yourself busy. Take a pole class, just
Do something.
just do
Ride a bike,
something.
roller skating. That's been fun. I've been seeing that
Yeah.
all over Instagram. I got a pair of skates myself. I did
Okay.
went to the skating rink, skated outside my neighborhood.
Awesome.
Hmm.
I love that. So, what role does like a coach or mentor play in your life right now?
Um, does she have a mentor?
Do you have a mentor? You okay, okay.
I'm out
Uh,
here winging it. I
you
wouldn't
just
mind one though. But no, I don't have a mentor at the moment. I would like
okay.
to.
All right. So we'll be talking. Awesome. So, thank you for sharing again your obstacles. So, I know a lot of young people, are or millennials in their thinking, they're just kind of thinking more holistically about life these days. Before generations was like, the stability, the kind of one track road, go to school, get a job, be stable, da da da. And it was that one track. And you could go down that track and you find yourself in your 40s, 50s, and you're miserable in life. But you guys are just kind of like, I'm just gonna try everything to figure out what works for me. What I like best. You guys are big on just kind of being purpose and purposeful, and doing things in the community. Are there any things that you do, kind of help your community or community at large?
um, I donate my clothes a
Awesome.
lot. um, but anything that I've like personally curated as far as like
Mhm.
giving back, not yet.
Okay.
I do
Awesome.
plan on it though. That is something
Awesome.
that I want to do.
Awesome, awesome. So I know I read in your bio, so you're in school now. You
Mhm.
have your Zen lifestyle company, and then you're also a model. So tell us about that journey as well.
So, um, started modeling, just little baby fashion shows when I was like 10, like Walmart, stuff like that. And
Um,
then I think when I was like 15, 16, I did the John Casablanca thing with my parents and stuff like that. That kind of fizzled out. And then I went to college. I did some modeling there, just freelance still. But as of late, I've been wanting to take it more serious. So I've been getting headshots and, trying to um, just put out content that relates to modeling and things like that so that I can attract the audience that I'm looking for.
mhm.
And it's been working out. So I am moving to New York. Um,
Oh,
so
nice.
we're going to try that out and see how modeling, takes off up there.
Okay,
Um, so yeah, like I said, I am trying to take it more serious. So I just need to be in a space to where that is taken serious. So
absolutely.
yes, I've just been doing a whole lot of photo shoots. My goal is to become a sign model because
Okay.
freelance is a lot of work. I have to do my own payroll. I have to book my own, paid opportunities and things like that. So I'd
Mhm.
rather
Mhm.
just cut that out and just, go through a mother agency and then just trampoline off and be successful that way in the modeling world. But I'm excited. That's something
Awesome.
that like I love to like. I feel my happiest when I'm modeling. Like not when I'm at work, not when I'm like just being Kayla, like, but when I'm like channeling into, how Sasha
Yeah,
Fierce,
that alter
you
ego going on. I
what's
get that.
going on?
What's your alter ego name?
He's flawless Prince.
Flawless. Oh, that's right. Flawless Prince. I love it. I love it.
But yes, I love modeling. I just want to get paid to do
Yeah.
it, more so and have an agency to really bring me opportunities like that. So that's really like one of my biggest goals that I'm
Awesome.
going after right now.
Awesome. Well, I love it. It's nothing like making your profession your passion
Yes.
and making profit.
And making
Okay. Nothing like it, and it's all about living. I've said living in and on purpose. So I love it. So let me ask you this question: if you could change one thing in the world, what would it be and why?
Ooh. I would change. I would change racism.
Hmm.
I would just eliminate that altogether. And I would change the divide that we have in the Black community, because the power of love that we have,
Hmm.
like if we could just really hone in on that, like for real, and not all this chaos mess we got going on, we would be a powerful force. Like, and we already have been, so they know what's up. They know what it's like, because
Hmm.
they burned our cities down, they've flooded them and put lakes over them, all types of stuff. And I just feel like if that did not exist, like we it'd just be a happier place. Like I think that shoot, the way capitalism going, these inflationary times, the value of a dollar, like all of that, just how everything is just circled around money instead of like genuine practices and love and stuff like that. And I know people got to eat and make money and things like that, but it's like fighting tooth and nail. It's life or death out here. And I just
Hmm.
don't feel like me being born into the simulation was fair. Like, cause I this is crazy. Like life is crazy.
Hmm.
So I just, all of that stress and everything, if that was just eliminated, I think that people would be out here, that mental health wouldn't be what it is. I think
Hmm.
that it wouldn't be a such thing as a minimum wage, a pay gap. It wouldn't be like I could just, we could walk around places and not feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Like it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into being a Black woman, a Black person. Um, so yeah, for my identity, I would eliminate that just to make it um, livable, tolerable, comfortable for me to
Hmm.
walk in and out of places, for me to feel comfortable outside around certain people, um, and then just to like be comfortable living life, like being able to afford the cost of living, being able to
Hmm.
um, not have to work check to check, not have just all of that. Like that's the whole reason why people not going to work, why people want to live off unemployment, why people,
Hmm.
why it's so hard for these recruiters to get people jobs, because they don't want to work. They figured out the secret. Quarantine really opened up everybody's eyes for real. Like, and I just, oh, I'm so glad everybody's so kind of woke right now in regards to that,
Yeah.
because I like that people not trying to go to work. They see what it really is. They see like, okay, I'm not about to sit at this job for 25 years or whatever. I'm gonna go make it for myself and go find out my own thing. But yeah, I would definitely eliminate racism and um, capitalism. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. That's such a powerful worldview because it is so true. And like you said, during the quarantine, for many, it was an eye opener. It gave people time to think and reflect, and really some amazing things has come out of this time because people, like you said, they decided, wait a minute, I've been doing this so long for somebody else. I can do this for myself.
Hmm.
God is giving you the gifts and giving you the talents, right? So we've seen a lot of people kind of veering off and doing things and finding their own destiny. And so it's been an amazing thing. So that's been wonderful. So, if there are young people out there and like you're like life is hard and you said it over again that this adulting thing is hard. You guys are in a crazy system. Just a really a mess, a lot going on. And so what advice would you tell other millennials who are out there kind of seeking their purpose and trying to find their way in this world? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to stay focused. Um, excuse me. I would tell them to get a journal and write things down and slowly cross those things off your list, because I know that sometimes we can get a little scatterbrained. We got a lot of things that we want to accomplish and do in this world. But I think once you like put it on paper, you can see it. And then what are the steps that it's going to take to get to achieve these goals? I would say that. And I think that's another thing that keeps me like focused and organized when it comes to the things I want to do in life. I still ain't crossed off everything I want to do.
Mhm.
So yes, I would just say organize your thoughts.
Mhm.
I would say to make sure that you have good people around you that want to see you win, because some people they already see you. They already see the potential that you have. They already see what you could be and what you could do, even if you ain't done it yet. So, people could just be there for the sake of that and not genuinely for your good soul. So, um, I will also tell them to save your money. Save your money. Have a savings account. It's too many people out here with not even $1,000 to their name or in the savings. And that's a problem because, like quarantine, anything could happen. So it's gonna be a time where you can't call your mama or your daddy or your auntie or whoever raised you. It's gonna be a time where all you gonna have is yourself. And it's like every day when I wake up, I be like, Dad, like my future ain't gonna be nothing unless I get up. Like, no, it's just not gonna flop in my lap. So, I think a change in mindset to just, this is your life, this is your movie, you the main character. So everybody else is just, extras, honestly.
Mhm.
And you figure out how it ends. I mean, dreams don't work unless you do. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. Awesome advice. Awesome advice. Golden nuggets that you are dropping. Like I said, not even for the millennials that are out there then listening in, but for the adults as well, because we do have some adults that tune in.
Okay.
This is amazing, and you are such an inspiration and such a positive spirit. I love it.
Thank you.
Just having this conversation, we can go all night because I'm sure we could talk about a
Good.
lot. I had that kind of vibe with you there. We could just sit
Yeah.
down like and just chat it out. So
Mhm.
can you give as we closing near to the end, give us two things that kind of you do to help us keep moving forward in our journey. Just what two tangible things that we can do to keep moving forward.
Um, to keep moving forward, I would say to don't give up. Um, Even though it gets hard, like I said earlier, life gonna keep life and it's gonna keep getting hard. It's gonna keep misfortunes gonna keep happening. People gonna keep dying. People gonna keep getting sick. Just life goes on. Like you have your week, you have your pity party for whatever. You might have lost your job. You might have anything could have happened. But you have. I'm not saying don't grieve. You have your day or your week. But after that, all right, come on, let's go. Like, because there's money to be made. There's opportunities out there. You just have to create them for yourself. You have to shoot. You have to literally you have to dig really deep because I can relate so well to that. Like it's deep for me, but you really have to dig in and really just pull that motivation out and figure out what you want to do going forward. Like, okay, what's my next steps?
Mhm.
Because right now where I'm at ain't nowhere else to go but up. So whether that's okay, think about something that you've always wanted to do. Let's think about how we gonna get there. What's the steps to go to that? Okay, I want this job. Okay, what they require. How we gonna get there? Um, I just think you just need to. It's all in the mind for real. It's all in here.
Mhm.
Like it's nothing outside of anything because it's all about your, and that's where depression and anxiety come from. Because just lost my earring. Yeah, so yeah, that's where depression and anxiety comes from because of that lack of motivation. So to kill all of that, like I said, just stay busy, stay focused. What we
Mhm.
doing next? What's the business venture? What's the next job we about to work? Um, what's the next opportunity? What you like to do? You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like the more you think about that and think about more what makes you happy, then I think
Mhm.
that'll help you to keep pushing forward and things like that because you have the motivation to make a life for yourself because everybody has a life that they want to live. Everybody has a vision of like what they want their life to look like. So keeping that in mind too will also help you to keep pushing forward because that dream is just going to be a dream if we don't do the things that need to be done to make it happen, to make it attainable. Because our dreams aren't far fetched, even though people try to, talk us out of things or, try to just give us little scare tactics and stuff like that. No, mm-mm. You do your research and you figure out how to get there. You could do anything in this world, anything, and that's coming from an entrepreneurial standpoint because a lot of that can seem like intimidating, just life period. But yeah, you could literally do anything in this world. You just got to put your mind to it, stay focused, create, your support system, keep the real ones around you, weed out the snakes, and you good.
I love it. And there you have it. Out of the mouths of Miss Kayla Brazile. I love it. I love it. I love it. So tell our audience how we can find you, support you, get your products, find
Yeah.
you on social media, where you live in, where we gotta go.
So, if you want to follow me on my personal page to see all my modeling pictures and my portfolio, you can follow me at flawless.pris on Instagram. You can follow my business page. You can shop with us. We have everything from body butters, soaps, body shimmer oils, and they're all natural at the Zen Lifestyle Company, which we have below. And
Gotcha.
what else? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Got my personal page, we got the business page, and period.
Awesome.
And also stay tuned for the Zen Lifestyle Company. We have a lot of good things coming up for you guys. A lot of new drops, a lot of new merch things coming. So yeah, just stay tuned for what we have going forward because it's a lot and I think y'all really gonna like it. So check me out.
Awesome. So, guys, make sure you go, make sure you follow the Zen Lifestyle Company on which platforms? IG,
Instagram, yes.
Instagram,
All
on Instagram,
Instagram.
all
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. And then make sure the zenlifestyleco.com, go get some products. We can get some butters, get some scents, oils, everything you need. Truly support our young people doing their thing and manifesting their dreams. I love it. Kayla, this has been great.
Thank you.
This has
Enjoy
been
myself.
wonderful. I love these conversations because you guys are just such an inspiration and just telling your truth and telling your story. So I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming on. And you guys out there, that's what we do. I bring the best for the best. That's what we do with Adulting in My Purpose. So this is, like we said, period. Yeah, I
Period.
think your cousin on there. She said, period. She's shouting you out. She's shouting you out. Hey, Elizabeth. Yes. See, she got your back. Awesome. So it has been a wonderful conversation. So thank you again. And guys, so as we end, I want you to make sure that you know that we have our summit coming up. So if you're out there 19 to 35 and you just wanting some inspiration, we have 10 dynamic speakers that are going to speak about just different topics that talk about a lot of stuff that we talked about today: mental health, finances, relationships, a lot of things that you're going through. We have experts that are coming in to share their expertise with you August 14th and 15th. You don't want to miss it. It is a virtual leadership conference because we still know that we are in a pandemic and we are governing ourselves accordingly. So you want to get your tickets at adultinginmypurpose.com. So go ahead and be in the room, and use this as a tool to just, as Kyla said, make sure you're fueling yourselves with things that you need to do to keep you moving forward. And this is just one tool. It's a 2-day event. Get the tools that you need and take that next step. And that's what it's all about. So, as we say in Adulting in My Purpose, we are here to help young leaders discover who they are, clarify their vision, and develop a solid plan for life. So we'll see you next week with some more amazing guests, some more amazing tools, some more amazing strategies, and just having a wonderful time. So until then, as always, you all be safe and be blessed. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.